not one, but both of them are in the bathroom. So I know I got no chance in the bathroom. So the fastest thing I could think to do was grab a handful of paper towels, go outside, and sit in the electric chair. You know what the electric chair is, right, Grandpa Al, from the military days? It's where they make you sit against the wall like you're in a chair, but there is no chair. And you start shaking because your muscles can't handle it after a while. So I go out through the breezeway to the back of our garage, and I sit in the electric chair. And I dropped what could only be described as a small brown nuclear weapon. And now keep in mind, my girlfriend comes out of the bathroom about this time. She thinks I'm in bed, and she sees the front door open. So she comes out to investigate. She comes right around to the corner where she's about to see me. I said, "Don't come out here. Don't come around there." She said, "Why?" I said, "I'm shitting my fucking brains out." So she's completely discombobulated at this point. And to this day, you can go out there and see the remnants of a small brown nuclear device that I set off. And I looked at it and said, that could not have come out of me. And I believe that it's entirely possible that I was possessed by a demon that night. And that what it was I was getting out was actually a demon. And the reason I say that is because right after I took the shit, I heard this sound. Now, you guys won't be able to hear it, but the audience will. Yeah. I felt clean again. I felt lighter. It felt like heaven had descended upon me because I had ejected hell from my very anus. Down came the brown bomb, and up I ascended. There
so it was just one...
Yeah.
It was just one pump, or was it a series of strings of shit?
It took about 20 seconds for the whole thing to come out, but it wasn't a string. It wasn't like the curly cues like you get when you get ice cream. It was more of a bag of mud. It was like a bag of mud, and I looked at it and said, that didn't come out of me. There's no way that came out of me. Did you ever see the movie with Ringo Starr, Caveman? I think it was called Caveman. And they stumbled onto this giant dinosaur shit. That's what it looked like. It looked exactly like that. And the smell, you wouldn't believe how many birds in my yard fell over dead. They just said, fuck it, I'm dead. Didn't even try to escape. I saw a couple try to fly away. They looked drunk, then they hit the ground. And I had detonated a small brown nuclear device in my backyard, all because we only have one bathroom, and I couldn't get to it in time.
Well, you should have just pooped in your hand and threw it over the fence. That's what monkeys do.
You know about my neighbors. Yeah, I should have.
That's what birds do. What the fuck? Are birds better than you? You know, there's a famous saying. You get crap in one hand and wish in the other, and they fill up at the same rate. Oh, you saw that.
Barco says, wrong move, K. You should have yelled, hurry, help, come here, and she would have gone the other way. That's a good point. Go the fuck outside, you pig. Yeah, I did. I dropped a big bomb. Now, have you guys ever shat outside? It's a special experience.
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever had to?
Yeah.
Waiting for my daughter, and while she was at work, and I was waiting for her, and just couldn't hold it anymore. So I went to the back of the car, just sat down, and I was wearing trunks at the time, of course. And that was kind of stupid of me, but it's okay. I could pee and poop and forget about not wearing what I had to wipe with. But of course, I grabbed a leaf after crapping back there, and unfortunately, it was poison ivy.
Oh my God!
No.
So you couldn't sit.
Grandpa Al had poison ivy on his taint.
So you couldn't sit down for a couple weeks.
Chamomile lotion and a nice soft fluffy pillow. I didn't feel a thing, especially when I poured something like I don't know what's that stuff that numbs your teeth. Oh, it numbs it. Yeah, put numbs it around there. I had to. I couldn't take it.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure. But if you numb your ass, how do you know when you have to shit again?
Carefully,
my question.
Take notes. And don't go in there investigating with a little finger, because if it goes in and you can't feel it, you feel like you're playing with something else. It's really gross.
Well, you guys, we are nearing the end of this show. I'm going to ask you guys in the chat room, can you find us another show to go to for anybody that would like to continue the chat? Normally Apocalypse is in here, and he could find us another show to jump over to, since by the time this show gets everybody riled up, they're ready to keep on chatting. I got some time on my hands. I got a couple hours. If anybody knows another show we can go listen to and harass and chat in.
So they're going to close you in.
Grandpa.
They're going to close you at 1 o'clock. I mean at 2 o'clock.
They're going to close what? No, I don't get closed down, but my voice only lasts 2 hours. Then I got nothing. So that's why I usually tell people, okay, that's going to be the end of the show, but I can still chat in a text chat room. That's no problem. I'll find one for us if nobody else knows where one is. For you guys that don't know, you can go on Spreaker and go to Explore, and you can find the live shows. And I know enough now to know which of these shows are just spinning discs and 24-hour shows versus which ones are actually talk shows, and especially the more popular ones. So typically we end up over at like a Guy Shea or a Debbie Daly or a Chris Top or a Rick Sands. Okay, Debbie's on right now doing comedy on Throwback Thursday. Are any of you people opposed to going over to Debbie Daly's show?
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay, you're gonna come over with us, Ramzy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pasting the link right now into. Oh shit! He already pasted it, but I'm pasting it too. Barker already pasted the link. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that up just so that we're all over there already before I close this show down. And in closing, I hope we made you guys laugh a little bit tonight. This was about comedy. It was supposed to be kind of a rescue mission for Tinfish, but it sounds like he couldn't make it in, so we may have to do another show tomorrow or the next night. And for those of you that don't know or care about Tinfish, just understand that he's a project that is worth our time. We need to cheer him up, get him back on track, and help him make something of himself in the direction that he wants to go in. And Ramzy, as you know, is the famous comedian who is never allowed to repeat a joke. How do people find you, Mr. Ramzy?
I am the new face of terrorism. I had my first show in Arabic in Amman on 9/11. I'm gonna be on TV because I work for the Arab Daily News, and I'm an extremist, but I'm extremely I'm extremely lighthearted. I don't blow people up. I'm not a fucking psychotic person that cuts off people's heads. I did a show on 9/11 hoping that I would be kidnapped so I could do some fucking karate on these motherfuckers and show them some of my boxing skills, give them a couple of uppercuts, fuck some people up. I was actually...
You're trained in boxing, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
For real?
I went to Golden Gloves. Yeah, in the Nutshots video, I have all the gear on. But I was actually on LinkedIn. They show you who's following you, like who checks out your profile, and I had Homeland Security checking on my profile. So I don't know if they think I'm a terrorist, but it's I'm from the Middle East, and if anybody fucks with the Middle East, they're fucking with me. And you know that, Kevin, So yeah, all my comedy, it's called I Never Repeat a Joke. I am the new face of terrorism. I hired 9 people. I pay people that don't repeat jokes. And yeah, I mean, I just wrote an article this morning about I just shot a compilation this morning. You saw that, Kevin, with Tinfish. Yeah, it's called 26 clips in 13 minutes, and it's got a bunch of Tinfish in it. And Aaron, thanks. Saves Tinfish. He's I don't know what to say, man, because if you can't talk about his parents' divorce because he fought with his dad about it, and he doesn't want to talk about fighting with his dad. He doesn't want to talk about his future because he's in foreclosure. Right. He doesn't want to talk about his disability because his mom is disabled. He doesn't want to talk about family because his brother fucking hates him. You know, it's so hard to get through to this guy, but he's in a very dark place, and when he talks, you know, he starts to become normal. But otherwise, if you want to see him not normal, go to his channel. You know, he's just completely whacked out of his mind. You'll see his mattress, his clothes. You'll see dog shit. I mean, his YouTube videos are fucking disgusting. He's got eczema. He's a fucking mess, dude. You know, he's a complete fucking mess. I don't know what else to say. He
It sounds like somebody Barco would enjoy.
And you know, just to close, I'm sorry I'm rambling, but when I first moved away from him, I went back to visit him twice. He would call me so many times, leave so many voicemails that I recorded them all on SoundCloud. I should probably put on speaker too. It's called 28 Voicemails by Tinfish. And he would call me and be like, Ramzy, I love you. You need to come home to Chicago. And then he'd hang up. And then he'd call me again. He'd be like, you motherfucker, I can't believe you left me. I hope you fucking die. And then he'd hang up. And then he'd call me back. He'd be like, I'm sorry. Jesus. You helped me so much. I owe you. And then he'd call me back. He'd be like, listen, you fucking piece. I mean, the range of psychosis that he, of these voicemails, it was just, he would be like, you know, I love you. You're my life. I want to marry. I mean, it was just insane, you know. I'll post it. I'll post it on this chat room because it kind of, you kind of get an idea of his disability. All right, so we're gonna meet over on Debbie Daily.
Okay. Yeah, we're going over to Debbie Daily Show. Grandpa Al, how do people find you, my friend?
What? Just look underneath the toilet bowl. I was probably sitting there. You can get me at Facebook at Grandpa Al Kruska, and definitely, if you ever want to talk to me, anyway, just look for Grandpa Al or Gpal Gpal Cruz Kruz. I'm both of those guys. I don't know why I'm just there. It's like a sticky something that I'm still wondering if I can just put a butt plug about my wife if she explodes that way.
Okay, you guys. Thank you for joining the show. You're always welcome to come back, and you know this, man. And I will see you over in Debbie Daily Show.
An honor and pleasure to meet you, sir. Have yourself a great one. You too, Kevin, and everybody in the chat room. Peace, God bless, and love always.
Peace out, my niggas. And there goes Grandpa Al and Ramzy. And he just posted a link, Ramzy did, in the chat room. If you guys want to check out the voicemails by Tinfish, listen, you're going to find a morbid curiosity pushing you to continue to listen once you get involved with these guys. They have an interesting relationship. Andrew, are you going over to Debbie Daly's show by any chance? We're going to go over and listen to her comedy show. At least it's under the category comedy. I don't know if sometimes she just puts it up there, I think, to, like I do. I'll put a show in comedy just because I don't know where else to put it. I can put it in talk or psychology or current events, but comedy just seems better. So we're going over to Debbie Daly's show, and I'm not going to play any outro songs, but I'm going to play Grandpa Al's promo since he was not quite clear enough for me on how to find him on the exit. That is Truth on Tap. Your host, Kevin Kierstead, special guest, Ramzy Sweis, Grandpa Al Kruska, and such great figures in the chat room as Barco, Andrew, Aaron, RD, my favorite Dutchman, and others. I hope I didn't miss too many of you. I know some of the girls take off early because it gets rather crass in the comedy. And a few of the ladies that came, they took off. Get the fuck out of here. I hope they come back someday. You never know. You set them free, they come back. That's how it works.